Hi, I'm Jen and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about clothing. This is gear video 2 of 3. We've already talked about the big 4, so make sure that you subscribe. And we'll be following up tomorrow with our 3rd video, which is all going to be hydration, cooking, toiletries, electronics, all those odds and ends, and maybe a few luxury items. So for now, let's get to it. My clothing goals were 3 things. First, I wanted flexibility, things that I could switch in and out really easily as the weather changed. And number 2, I didn't really want to spend a lot of money. I already have workout clothes, hiking clothes. I felt like I could kind of get away with using mostly things that I already had. And number 3 was comfort. I tend to run really cold, except for when I'm having a hot flash. Hello, middle-aged. Thanks so much for visiting. My clothing choices definitely kind of reflect those 3 things. It's also an area where I had to curtail what I was bringing and cut some weight because my pack ended up so heavy. And let's start with worn clothing. So starting out, Patagonia hat. I like this hat a lot. It's actually a kid's hat from REI, which I don't know how any kid wears it because I am on the 2nd smallest setting and I do have a little head, but it's not that little. Next up, trail runners. So these are the Hoka Oneones Speedgoats. I did have some insoles in them, which I had to return. Unfortunately, I was having a lot of heel pain in my right foot a couple weeks after I started using them, so I went back to the regular insoles and I am much happier now. I just got these Dirty Girl gaiters. Haven't tried them out yet, but wanted to give that a try. I went with plain black. Sorry, I'm kind of boring. And in those trail runners, I am going to need some socks. So I am taking 3 pairs of socks. I'm going to have a pair that I'm wearing, a pair I sleep in, and then a second pair to switch out because I really want to make sure I'm taking care of my feet. So I just have like a regular Darn Tough Crew. And then I have the, I'm going to say this wrong, so I'm going to have to look at it. Injinji. These are toe socks, so these are not the liners, they're actual wool socks. All right, for pants, I am normally a leggings kind of girl, but I had to make some weight decisions, and because of that, instead of bringing leggings and a pair of rain pants, I opted for just my hiking pants that I already had because they are a little bit water resistant. So these are REI brand. They're a size 4 petite, and I find they're a little loose, but they're comfortable, and they never get me chafing or anything like that. They're not the convertible kind. I don't care for those. Starting out, I'm going to bring a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt I can hike in, just because I'm starting kind of mid-March, and so the weather, some days it's warm, some days it's cold, and so since I'm not starting with shorts, I want to make sure that I can stay nice and cool. So I have 2. I have a Nike Dry Fit and a North Face Dry Fit t-shirt. I'll be bringing one of those. And then I have a Smart Wool. This is a 150, and I got it a little large so I could throw it on over my t-shirt. But March nights are still pretty chilly, so I'm going to need some warm sleeping clothes. So for sleeping clothes, I have, as I mentioned, separate socks. These are Smart Wool ones. A Smart Wool 250 base layer, and then I have some Icebreaker leggings. I'm assuming they're 150. The tag's all worn away. They're so old, but they're really warm and I really like them. So for warmth and rain gear starting out, I have the very traditional Ghost Whisper Mountain Hardwear. It's an extra small. I really struggled. I could not find a women's rain jacket that fit. They were all too long, so the smallest part of the jacket was hitting the widest part of my body, so it would be way too big at the top, way too big in the arms, and I couldn't get the bottom zipped up, or if I could, it was just like constrictingly tight. So I went with a boys. Do you notice the theme here? I wear a lot of kids' clothes. I went with the boys Marmot Free Sip rain jacket. I got an extra large so it would fit over my puffy, but honestly, I could have gotten away with a large. It's a little big. So as I mentioned, I had to cut the rain pants. And what I chose to go with is a rain kilt. It was $20 on Amazon, or a rain skirt, whatever you want to call it. And I found that most of them were like way too long, and they would have been dragging on the ground because they're made for men. And I will put a link in my lighter pack link below for this specific one, because if you're short, this is a really good size. It comes down kind of mid-calf. And speaking of staying dry and warm, I am going to need some accessories. So I have some kids' black diamond gloves. They've got to be, I'm gonna go with 10 years old. I've had these a long time. And for waterproof, I did get the REI Minimalist mittens. They're kind of enormous, but I really want to keep my fingers and toes dry, so it was worth the purchase. I'm going with a full buff. My ears get really cold, my neck gets really cold. I was hoping to avoid bringing just a little beanie, but I decided right now I think I'm going to go ahead and take it, at least to start the trail with. It was, where's it from? It's Polar Tech. I don't know, probably from Amazon. Just found it in our random pile of hats and gloves in the closet. Very awesome drugstore $6 reading glasses. I don't want to bring my prescription ones, and I need to be able to see my phone. So these are coming, and these are an old pair of sunglasses. They're kind of scratched up. I'm not sure if I'm going to really want them with the hat, so if I have to ditch them, I'm not really out anything. So the first thing I'll need is shorts. I was probably going to send myself these in Hot Springs. Just a pair of Under Armour, really lightweight, quick dry, and I like them because they have pockets. I'm going to switch out my buff for this. It's not a half buff, it's actually called a headband. So it's a little bit smaller than the half buff, I believe. And I can put it over my eyes. A little sleeping mask uses a headband in general, super convenient. And my summer sleeping clothes are going to be an ex officio tank top, and these are Uniqlo men's boxer briefs. They weigh like nothing, but I can use them as sleeping shorts, and they're really comfortable. Oh, and I should point out, underwear and bra, not real exciting. Ex officio briefs, and barely there, how to go in your bra. One of the things that I have toyed around with is potentially, do I need a fleece to start with? And I've decided that no, in fact, I do not need a fleece, but I will probably switch out my puffy for this, and my Smart Wool stuff I will switch out for this flash dry North Face shirt. Again, just things that I already have and had for a long time, and they've held up, so I think they'll hold up through the hike. I'm not sure I need both, so I'd love your comments. And then finally, camp shoes were something that I really, really wanted, and actually still really want. However, again, they did not make it past the weight cut. These are Zero trail sandals. They're great because they have a nice grippy sole, like you could actually walk in them. They're not just for kind of standing around. But on the website it said they were 6 ounces, so I thought, oh, well, if I get the smallest size they come in, they'll weigh less. No, it's per shoe, and most of the other shoes I looked at were actually, the weight was for the pair, so these ended up being heavier than I thought they were going to be, but I didn't want to send them back because I really like them and will use them for other things. So the plan is, when I send the winter gear back and things lighten up, I'm going to send myself some type of camp shoe, and I haven't decided if it's going to be this or just like a basic pair of flip-flops. So thank you for watching. Please like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about my choices, if there's anything that I'm missing or something I might not actually need to take. I definitely don't want to be carrying any extra weight if I don't have to, but comfort is king.